What's up, everybody? Thought I'd make a video. This is dedicated to the people that I bought my Weber Carb from. I'm not sure what company it was. I'll find out on the email and you guys will get this video. So let me give you the rundown of the issues I've been having. This is a brand new Weber carburetor. I have no more than probably like 2,000 or 3,000 miles on it. And I'm getting some disappointing results out of this because you know, I figured brand new carb should not have any issues, especially with the shoddy building that my brand new carb must have gone through. So without further ado, let me just introduce you to the old carburetor I had. It's a Weber 3236 progressive, same thing as what's on my truck. I just did not feel like rebuilding the one on my truck because it's a daily driver, so it was much easier for me to purchase a brand new carburetor, swap it out, and get it replaced. But I am having some issues with my newer carburetor. First off, I want to basically point out that the idle cutoff solenoid that you guys sell does not fit the carburetor. I don't see how you are able to screw it in because it fits in at an angle, and you have to actually physically shave down the carburetor to get it to fit. Let me show you what I'm talking about, because this was done to my older carb. It's a the idle cutoff solenoid on this carburetor is a little bit bigger because maybe it's an older solenoid, but as you can see, it does not fit straight in, and I'm almost positive that my friend who I bought this truck from probably shaved down a portion of the carburetor to get it to fit. So let me show you exactly what I mean. You can see the idle cutoff solenoid right here. As you notice, it does not fit in straight. It actually fits in at an angle, and that thing's supposed to go in straight. So why would it be at an angle? That's because maybe the fact that he had to shave down that little portion right there to get it to fit. Now, what I don't understand is why you guys sell a idle cutoff solenoid that does not fit. My new carburetor does not have the brand new idle cutoff solenoid that I purchased with it, because it does not fit. Now, what am I supposed to do with that? I have no idea. To me, it's $20 spent uselessly, because if I can't use it, what's the point of even having it? Okay, two, this carburetor is just, obviously I have this carburetor to use as an example, and I will show you on my carburetor what the issue is, but what I'm having now is that the idle speed screw right here is loose. Notice how this one's tight. This one's tight. Even though this right here is a little loose compared to my newer one, this does not move. Well, on my brand new carburetor, don't ask me how my new carburetor loosened up as opposed to this one that's been on the truck for I don't know how long, years and years and years, and this is brand new, and this one loosened up. But I have never adjusted anything with this butterfly, or with the butterflies and the choke. I have not adjusted this. I left it as factory set. The only things I did adjust were the idle speed screw and the idle mixture screw right here. And actually, I did mess with the idle speed screw, or the fast idle screw, I'm sorry, the fast idle screw, and after I set the fast idle screw is when this all started occurring. So I don't know what the hell could have happened, but I did it as per Weber spec to make sure that the engine's cold, press the gas, turn it on, and after 10 seconds watch your idle, and if your idle doesn't come up to, what is it, 2,000 to 2,600 RPMs, you turn the car off, set the fast idle screw again, and that's the way it says to do it in the user manual. So I did it exactly to spec. First off, you will notice that the idle cutoff solenoid is not in this one because this right here rubs up against it. So tell me, how am I supposed to fit an idle cutoff screw into there if it does not fit? I have tried it before, it does not work. I'm almost positive it's this right here. As you can see, it has a couple of little nicks in it. That's probably because I was trying to get it to fit in there. So, wow, there we go. There's one thing. Two, my idle speed screw, this thing right here is coming loose because this little plastic thing that you see my finger, I can unscrew that. So please tell me why this screw right back here is loose on a brand new carburetor. Because not any of these freaking screws are loose. None of them. Not this one. None of them. None of them are loose. I can't, I can't sit there with my fingernail and unscrew any of these. Yet for some odd reason, the one screw that I really needed to work, which is my fast idle, is unscrewing. And so now what you're seeing is this move over. Well, today, because I tightened it and now it's actually firm, it was completely off the camshaft and just pretty much dangling. And I didn't understand why. And you know what the sad thing is? What I'm going to have to do to tighten this thing back to spec is, I have to take off this entire choke assembly off this brand new carburetor I just bought and tighten that screw back there just to get this all back the way it was supposed to be when I bought it. So my question to you guys is, where should I go from here? This is a brand new carburetor, and now I have a loose screw in the back right there, which is causing my idle speed screw to come off the cam lobe on here. Okay? So what do you guys recommend I do besides because I mean, obviously, yes, you can recommend that I take this entire choke assembly off right here and tighten that one screw that's in the back and then put it all back together. But my question to you is, should I really have to do that with a brand new carburetor that I just purchased that has no more than 2,000 miles on it? I mean, I'm sure you can tell, look down the tubes, everything is still freaking brand new. So that's my main issue with this carburetor that I have. It is brand new. I mean, I have replaced so much on this car to make sure that it all runs perfectly. And not just perfectly, but way better than what I had it. Let me just take you around so that you can see that it is not anything, I mean, that I should not be having issues with new things. New fuel pump. As per the recommendations of Weber, a brand new fuel pressure regulator, just to make sure. Okay? I blew a head gasket before I even put that carburetor on. It's a brand new head because my old head was warped. Brand new distributor. All new ignition system. So this weekend I basically had this thing running very beautifully, immaculate if I could say so. Even the carburetor. And then I get this issue right here, where the fast idle screw is becoming loose. And what it is I can already tell. I mean, what I already know is by the way this is all set up, that screw is so tight back there that it's not going to come loose. I mean, it's not going to come out. But because it's coming loose, I have to tighten this every morning to make sure that my fast idle comes on. Otherwise, she starts like crap. So, I just want you guys to see this, and I'd really like to be somewhat compensated for something. I don't even know what to ask for because it's not like I can take this thing off and send it back to you. I mean, look at brand new fuel pressure gauge. I mean, everything on this thing was brand new, and I'm getting that? Come on, people. If you guys are selling carbs that aren't even tightened down the screws aren't even tightened down to spec, that's pretty pathetic, okay? Now, I've heard a lot about these carburetors. People swear by them. And I'm just going to basically say, okay, what can you do for me? I'm not asking for a whole carb here. I'm asking for advice. Because I really don't want to take that thing apart and tighten down something that you guys should have had tightened down to begin with. So, let me just show you exactly here. Let me go back to the old carburetor, make sure everybody knows exactly what I'm talking about with that screw. Okay? That screw is all held together right here. That is the screw tip right there. You can barely see what my fingernail's touching. Barely see. So if that backs out, it's going to hit this little metal piece right there. So I don't think that'll back out all the way. But what's happening is it's backing out far enough to where this screw and this metal portion moves completely off the cam lobe for my fast idle. And that's not good at all. Okay? So, thank you for watching my informative video, and I hope I hear back from whoever I send this to, because this is very disappointing, extremely disappointing. I have a trip up to Oregon. In 2 weeks, I live in Southern California. That's an 18-hour drive. I do not want to have to carry this extra carburetor just as backup because something wrong happens because a screw comes loose out of the new one. That's just ridiculous. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you can help me out with something or other, because to me, that new carburetor is unacceptable. Have a nice day.